finish off with Capitec, because actually when I said FNB has got the best systems, I don't think that's correct. Capitec, because it's newer and built its banking infrastructure this century, I'm not joking, actually has a much better and swifter system that can do things real time, which even the much vaunted FNB does in batch processes overnight and what have you. Over 8 million retail customers, deposits, loans, listed on the market, dominated by its controlling shareholder PSG, which has just below 35% of the business, 104 billion rands worth of market cap. Price earnings ratio 27.43, dividend yield 1.39%. The share chart will reveal, I mean, people worry that the thing has run too far, but then it goes up some more. I mean, the share price has been so strong and the value just keeps rising. What do we do?
It's hard to find a good growth share, and I think this is one of them.
It's like the most growthy share in the banking sector around the whole world, apparently.
Exactly. I mean, you worry that, okay, look, it's run. It's been a darling stock for the last 2 decades, but there's still huge growth in the share. Your return on shareholder equity is sitting at about 27%, and the CEO has come out and said they aim to keep it between the 22 to 27% range of the next 5 years, which is, I mean, it's brilliant. Even if you look
new branches, picking up new clients.
I think they added 1.3 million new clients just over the last year.
It's become a mainstream option basically across the whole country, from one end of the nation to the other. It's not only, you know, for people at one end of the spectrum or another. It's basically everyone is getting accounts there now.
And I think, yes, largely they play in the lower LSM region, so it gives you some diversification in the banking sector.
Lots of depositors though at the higher end, people who've got cash that they want to place, that they get better rate of return on than from the other banks.
And they've priced their products very well, because mentioning that, the way they run their credit systems, into the credit cards and loans, you know, if you're paying on time or even ahead of time, the way they price is you end up paying 0 to really nominal fee. So they encourage that behavior to be like, pay us back
and
our
with
money.
8 million customers, what they're making from transaction revenues, there's the chart. So look at that. It's basically up and away. Looks not dissimilar to that Visa chart that we looked at earlier. Okay, so your feeling at above 800 rands a share, don't worry, just jump in, make sure you earn some.
They just did a deal now. They bought a company called Cream Finance,
oh yes, the
which
European
exposed
thing.
them to Eastern Europe, and that's basically an online short-term loan business. It's still a startup. They have very complex algorithms that look at you as the customer and price that loan according to who you are. And I think they look to bring that IP back in South Africa.
I wondered a little bit about that, because they've been so strong locally that I wondered why you wanted to go and do adventures like that. But what you're saying is that those guys actually have some useful insight that can be brought back this way.
And I think it's diversifying the risk, because when you look at a Capitec as a bank, it's always been their huge reliance on the South African market. And this is them now starting to go offshore and saying, let's look at getting some offshore exposure. And
also a great internal culture. They build loyalty. Everybody loves the way that they work. They feel like they're an insurgent player, and that kind of creates a nice culture. Management transitions have been smooth. So you got to hand it to these guys. So and hot for this one.
Definitely hot. I mean, I think they have like 5% market share, so it's still a growth story. And this is the bank for the future. They've done a lot of work in targeting the youth and young professionals and setting up the simplistic systems exactly for that, to be like, listen, you know, we're going to be the bank in 20 years time, 30 years time.
Right. So we're hot on that one. I'll go hot on that one too.